Talk about my wife. Keep my wife out of this. Ain't got nothing to do with her. You can talk to me about policy anytime you want to. Secondarily, there was a couple of times on the campaign trail last year where I know I was booked to be on stage or to be in debate with Jasmine, and all of a sudden her schedule changed. She had a conflict, whatever the case might be.
All right, warriors, welcome back to my channel. We got to talk about Byron Donalds clapping back at ghetto Jasmine Crockett. You know that Byron Donalds, he's a congressman out of Florida running for Florida governor. And Jasmine Crockett had a lot to say about him and his wife. And Byron Donalds is like saying, girl, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. And we got some other clips to share with too as well. Some historical clips. We got some Judge Joe Brown and other things that I want to share with you today. Before we get into it, don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications so that you never ever miss the video that I post. Now, let's get into it. So first of all, let me just say, we got to revisit this little clip. I wasn't going to do it, but when I saw that Congressman Donalds clapped back at this woman, you know, she has had lots to say. She's a plant by the Demon Rat Party, representing all the negative stereotypes of Black women. You notice Demon Rats do that when they have someone, you know, representing their side. They got somebody that's of a certain orientation with Barack Obama, allegedly. Then they have somebody with a shaved head, like Joy Reid and Simone Sanders Townsend. And then they have somebody acting ghetto with a DIY wig and eyelashes. Okay, so here is her speaking on her own, and then on The Breakfast Club to give you some context, but I'm sure you've already seen these clips.
MAGA just, there's nothing that I could ever say or do that would make MAGA be like, that's our girl, right? Because, like, first of all, ton of racist. So never happening, right? Some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure, like, what it is.
Well,
but
you
I
couldn't
need
even be married to a white woman under Jim
correct,
Crow.
correct. And it took Joy to call him out. So I'm like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying? Like, he just out here, you know, I feel like they give him his talking points and he's like, yes, massa, I got it. So
okay, so let me point out a couple of things. I know that's an older clip from a few days ago, and I wasn't even going to do it until this clapback. But she has misread everything. You guys remember when Byron Donalds, well, they were in Pennsylvania during the campaign last year, and Byron Donalds was talking about the fact that Black people as a family unit was better during Jim Crow. Despite what we were going through, our families stayed intact. That is what he meant. Okay, that is what he meant. He did not mean anything else, but she took it out of context.
During Jim Crow, the Black family was together. That's right. During Jim Crow, more Black people were not just conservative, because Black people always have been conservative-minded, but more Black people voted conservatively. And then HEW, Lyndon Johnson, and then you go down that road, and now we are where we are.
See, that's what she took out of context. He was saying that marriage rates were better even during Jim Crow time. He never said things were better for Black people overall. He was specifically talking about a one specific area of Black culture, which was marriage, tight families. But see, when you scouring the internet like those demons do, trying to find something you can take out of context, because I'm telling you, the demon rats are not going to know how to act. They don't know how to act. But I'm going to show you this clapback with Byron Donalds. I'm not going to make you wait any longer. Oh, he goes off on her ghetto behind. And then I got some more stuff for you. This is really good. Stick around. It's really, really good.
Talk about my wife. Keep my wife out of this. Ain't got nothing to do with her. You can talk to me about policy anytime you want to. Secondarily, there was a couple of times on the campaign trail last year where I know I was booked to be on stage or to be in debate with Jasmine, and all of a sudden her schedule changed. She had a conflict, whatever the case might be. So if she wants to do this, if she wants to have that debate, I'm easy to find. You know, you ain't got to look hard for me. You know, I'm 6'2". You can find me. It's pretty easy. Number three, and most importantly, this demonstrates, frankly, the racism in the Democrat Party, because they don't have a problem when Kamala Harris is married to a white man, or when Ketanji Brown Jackson's married to a white man, as long as they subscribe to the politics of the Democratic left. As long as you do that, everything is fine. But if you're a conservative, but your spouse happens to be white or of another race, then all of a sudden it's a problem. This is the racism that occurs in the Democrat Party. I'm sick of it, tired of the BS. I tell any one of them who have a concern about me and what they think my views are, debate me. And if you don't want to debate me, Google me. There's plenty of information out there because I know that I have the facts. I have the information. I can back my stuff up. All they can do is throw out innuendos, throw out talking points. And the last thing I'll say about Ms. Crockett, and I'm going to leave it alone. Jasmine, I don't use talking points. Nobody tells me what to say. And so I know how to deliver a message because I have facts. I have logic. I use economics. I don't get into hyperbole. So if you are concerned about some of the things that I say, find a show. It could be whatever show you want to. We'll sit there and do it. We'll have a good time along the way, and you'll go ahead and be defeated very quickly.
So there you go. See, the demon rats, they always speak hyperbole, talking points. They just spit out innuendo. Someone's telling them what to say because they're literally using just these things to try and play on people's emotions. And you noticed in one of those clips, she said that MAGAs, they're racist. She called Ted Cruz a racist. They just spew it out. And when Al Green, one of those politicians, the demon rat politician with the cane y'all said looked like Wolfman Jack, he was calling someone racist walking through an airport. Yeah, are you a racist? You're a racist. You're a racist. Anytime someone disagrees with them, that is what they do. But I told you I want to show you another clip. This is with Judge Joe Brown. Now, Judge Joe Brown had something to say. And then I got to show you something else, guys, because you know I like to do a compilation of things, not just talk on one clip, but watch what Judge Joe Brown has to say about ghetto Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett is an idiot. She's got that wig weave in her head and those barn door eyelashes that make me think she's going to play helicopter if she flaps too rapidly and start moving up in the air a little bit. And frankly, the woman has no common sense.
Judge Joe Brown, he had a lot to say, didn't he? But also, I'm going to show you this next clip of someone who, you know, I'm just going to show it to you. It's good for a laugh. This is a good for a laugh video, guys. So watch this.
If you're a Trump supporter, you're either one of two things. You're either incredibly ill-informed, a dumbass, or you're just a terrible person. And I can tell which one of those you are just by looking at your bank account.
Let me just say that this one right here must have been shopping at the DIY Jasmine Crockett discount store to get your hair and your eyelashes. Look at these barn door eyelashes. See, it's not just Black folks that do this. And look at this. This is what I suspect to be a hair extension. If you're looking at it on the other side here, that's her hair. And then over here, if you're looking at this, it's much, much longer. And you can even see it right here on this side. So yeah, she doesn't like MAGA people. Well, we may not like people like you with all these fake lashes. Can you even see? So Byron Donalds said, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. He clapped back. And again, if you just go along with the ideology on the left, they're fine with you. They don't care who you marry. They don't care or what you marry. They don't care who you marry. Okay, they really just don't care. But as soon as you step out of line, as soon as you have a mind of your own, like those of us on the right, MAGA folks, we speak our truth. Well, the truth, to be honest with you, it's not our truth, it's the truth. We're common sense over here. They're just speaking talking points. And their talking point is say that MAGA people are racist. That's the talking point of the left. If you go with common sense or biblical Christianity, there's a difference between cultural versus biblical Christianity, by the way. I know you guys know that. But when you talk biblical Christianity, oh, they have a problem with that. Oh, yes, they do. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications so that you never, ever miss a video that I post. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.